Sunday, March 8th, 2009. The Super Awesome Kevin Show! Oh, hello there. I'm your host for today, Kevin Millersey. You've caught me reading a magazine, and this magazine just happens to be on the new video game that is going to be released next Friday, on March the 13th. Friday the 13th, to be exact. Now, may I introduce you, my colleague, Kevident Evil. He knows very much about the subject, and he helped me very greatly. Now, Kevident Evil, feel free to take a seat.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yes, it's been a while since my last show, and I'm glad to have another Kevin-like person to come out on it.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, so, Resident Evil 5. Great game, I hear, right?
Yes, very mighty. Great.
I hear it's coming out next Friday on the 13th. What do you have to say about that?
Yes, 13th. 13 is a very bad number, apparently, but I see it as a lucky number. For evil.
Number.
Yes.
Evil lurks within the number of 13.
Yes, it does.
It very much does. I mean,
Yes.
just last Friday the 13th, last month or 2 months ago, a movie came out called, guess what came out?
Would you call it maybe Thursday the 12th?
No, I was thinking more of like Wednesday the 2nd, but I was just informed that it was, well, okay, like, get ready for this. Okay, firm your ground. It's Friday the 13th.
Oh my
came
God.
out last Friday the 13th.
Wow.
That just startled me so much when I first became aware of that. I was like,
It's like the Holocaust or something there.
I know.
It's like
Who are
they
they?
want the apocalypse to happen. Oh, wow.
Jeez, you're right.
I know.
It's horrible. Well, I was just looking at this magazine on Resident Evil 5, and there's some pretty interesting pictures. One is the Resident Evil 5 emblem with a big 5 in the center, and then the date, 3.13.09. Now, what do you think that could possibly stand for, Kevident Evil?
Well, obviously, if you add the 9 to the 13, you'd obviously get 21.
Ah, yes.
Yes, and if you add, the 3, you're getting 24 there.
24 is my birthday number.
Ah,
My
yes.
24th.
But then if you divide it by 5, you're not going to get an even number, of course. Making it an odd number, making
My
this
God,
game...
you're right.
Yes, making this game one odd game, but very great.
Not an even game, because even games are totally lame.
Well, you can't forget about Resident Evil 4 there.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, I must confess.
Yes.
Resident Evil 4 was the bomb.
Ah, yes.
I mean, I played that game all the time, and I still play it all the time because it's that much of a great game.
Yes, if there was multiplayer in it, I'd kick your ass, I guess. How good I am. I'm the creator. I know all the cheat codes.
Oh dear. Well, yes, the cheat codes, if you want to cheat and whatnot, but...
I don't need to cheat. I'm that good.
I love this trick. Anyways, let's get back on the subject. We kind of veered off onto the other Resident Evil games, but, the real Resident Evil game we want to talk about is Resident Evil 5. And you're the Resident Evil expert, Kevident Evil.
Kevin Evil, yes. Just call me Mr. Evil.
Mr. Evil, yes. Now, what do you have to say about this video game? Like, anything you want to add about it, talk about it, explain about it?
I'd have to say it's just an ultimate game. We've added a new cover system to it, yes.
A cover system?
Yes. You can take cover underneath cover. So you do not get shot, of course.
Oh, yes. Yes, I kind of know what you're talking about now. Before, when you stated cover system, I thought you meant, like, the album cover. Well, not the album cover, but the cover to cover, the cover.
Well, if you want to take cover behind the album cover, you can, because it's an album cover, and you can take cover behind just about anything.
That's pretty fantastic.
Yes.
I must say. Now I see in this one picture right here that there is
yes.
a gigantic monster holding what appears to be a chainsaw with spikes on it, and it's also covered in blood. Ah yes, that crimson stain dripping from it, like it's about to hack through somebody's neck and sever their head.
Well, as I'd like to explain myself, I don't like to call it or refer to it as a chainsaw. I like to refer to it more as a saw chain. And what it does is it can cut through, people's necks and whatnot. But it's best for using cutting meats and whatnot, lunch meats for your sandwich.
Or to cut cattle in, like, pieces, to...
If you would like to do that.
If you want to do it the old-fashioned way, you could gather up some cattle, slice them with a chainsaw, and then just throw the pieces in the oven.
Yes.
So that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, very
Nice
good.
and fresh. The way it was brought up
Yes.
on the farm.
Well, I would like to say that this isn't mainly about two people fighting off evil. It's more of two people mistaking people for evil. They're actually very nice people. They like to, share food with them, and they want to help them out, cutting stuff with their saw chains.
Ah, yes. That's right. I've never thought of it that way before.
Yes, lots of people like to think that just because this guy has a machete and he's coming right after you, it doesn't mean he's going to hurt you.
And it doesn't, in many cases.
I mean, they're not even technically zombies, but... there could be a zombie behind them, and they just want to help them out and kill the zombie.
Right. My God, you're right. If a person is following a zombie holding a machete, kind of like for cover, the plan might just work. What do you think, Kevin and Evil?
Well, yes, I'd have to say so. There was a zombie. You're always hiding behind the cover album. And zombies. And machetes. And if you were getting attacked by a zombie, wouldn't you help that person out?
Yes, I would. I would very much help that person out, because it is just the right thing to do.
Now, if I saw you hiding behind the Resident Evil 5 album cover, hiding from a zombie trying to attack you, I would come after you with a machete trying to stop that zombie.
I would do the same thing right for you, too.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, as our interview concludes, is there anything you would like to say last minute, before this whole thing ends? And
well, I just want you all to know that I appreciate you, supporting me in my game all the way up to, it's already 5th one. I'm already working on the 7th. The 6th one is done.
Years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people, not very smart.
I know, they just don't catch on,
I like to anticipate everything, hold it out on them. But like, hey, look at this trailer, I'm not going to give it to you for another 2 years, so too bad.
Just keep on playing the previous Resident Evil game like it's actually modern or something.
I'll say a game's coming out like maybe tomorrow, and then I know where I'll delay it for another 2 years, and people are like, oh, darn.
Kind of like the Grand Theft Auto games, huh?
I guess, yes.
They think we're that dumb, but we're not. But, yes. Thank you very much for coming on the show, Kevin. Ident Evil.
Thank you. It was great being here, Yes, very good.
Very, 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 very great.
Yes, very, very great.
Alright, well, I'll be seeing you later. Looks like it's about time for a commercial break. Resident Evil 5, a fear you cannot forget.